Nobody expected the microphones to catch it. Not the officials. Not the broadcasters. Not even the players themselves. But inside Court 1 at the Berlin Tennis Open, during one of the most emotionally charged matches of the grass court season, a single quiet sentence slipped into the air at exactly the wrong moment. The crowd noise dipped for barely a second. A courtside microphone stayed live. And suddenly the entire tennis world was replaying the same clip over and over again, trying to figure out what Eala had really said. Because whatever happened in Berlin was never supposed to become public. And yet within hours, lip readers, tennis fans, sports pages, and social media accounts across the world were dissecting every frame like it was a crime scene. This is the story of what actually happened inside that stadium, and why women's tennis hasn't stopped talking about it since. To understand why this moment exploded the way it did, you first need to understand who Eala has become. At just 21 years old, the Filipino star is no longer viewed as a promising prospect. That phase is over. She has crossed into something far more dangerous: expectation. Born on May 23, 2005, Alex spent years building quietly, training at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain, grinding through junior tournaments, learning how to survive professional tennis one brutal match at a time. And now, suddenly, the entire sport is watching her. World number 33, a WTA title winner, one of the fastest rising names in the women's game. And perhaps most importantly, a player carrying the emotional weight of an entire country every time she steps onto a court. Filipino fans do not simply support Eala. They travel for her. They fill stadiums for her. They wake up at impossible hours for her. They chant her name in countries thousands of miles away from home. And Alex feels it. After one of her victories earlier in the season, she stood on court surrounded by cheering fans and said something that instantly spread across tennis social media. If there's one thing I've learned in 2025, it's that home is a people and not a place. That line hit people hard, because it was true. Everywhere she plays now feels like home. Auckland, Melbourne, London, Berlin. Filipino flags follow her everywhere. And in Berlin, they followed her again. But Berlin was different, because waiting across the net was Donna Vekic. And Donna Vekic is not just another opponent. At 29 years old, the Croatian veteran has spent over a decade surviving the brutality of professional tennis. She owns multiple WTA titles, an Olympic silver medal from Paris 2024, and one of the most respected reputations on tour. She's experienced, composed, battle-tested, and perhaps most interestingly of all, Filipino fans adore her. Earlier in the year, Vekic had played in Manila at the Philippine Women's Open and unexpectedly became one of the tournament's most beloved figures. Fans gave her affectionate nicknames. Social media edits of her went viral. She embraced the culture, smiled through interviews, and openly spoke about how welcomed she felt by the Filipino crowd. That warmth mattered, because by the time Berlin arrived, the relationship between Eala and Vekic had already become strangely layered. Competitive, respectful, emotional. Their history stretched back months already. They first met in Auckland at the ASB Classic in January 2026. What should have been a routine early round match turned into a war. 3 exhausting sets. Momentum swings everywhere. Alex clawed back from difficult moments and escaped with a dramatic victory. Then they met again in Melbourne. Again, Alex won. Suddenly a pattern had formed. 2 matches. 2 Eala victories. And now Berlin offered Donna Vekic another opportunity to finally flip the script. By the time they walked onto the grass court in Germany, the tension was visible before the first point had even started. Alex entered the tournament carrying momentum, but also pressure. She had just captured the Birmingham title, her biggest grass court achievement yet, but only days later suffered a painful straight-set loss to Vekić at Queen's Club in London. Meanwhile, Vekic was playing some of the best grass tennis of her season. She had reached the final at Queen's Club and arrived in Berlin looking sharp, dangerous, and highly motivated. This was not a casual first-round match. This was a collision. The rallies were physical from the beginning. Every point felt personal. Every game carried emotional weight. The crowd inside Rot-Weiss Tennis Club could feel it immediately. Filipino supporters exploded after every Eala winner. Croatian fans answered back. And somewhere in the middle of all that pressure, frustration finally cracked through the surface. It happened during a changeover. For just a few seconds, the crowd noise dropped low enough for the courtside microphones to catch voices they were never supposed to capture. The broadcast cameras showed Alex turning slightly to the side, visibly frustrated, speaking under her breath. At first, nobody paid attention. Then the clips hit social media. And everything changed. Within minutes, tennis accounts began slowing down the footage frame by frame. Lip readers joined the conversation almost instantly. Some were professionals. Others were simply passionate fans convinced they could decode the moment. But surprisingly, many of them arrived at the same conclusion. According to the overwhelming online interpretation, Alex appeared to say, "She keeps doing that. It's not fair." 5 words. That was all it took. The clip spread everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Filipino sports pages, Croatian tennis forums, Spanish tennis media, German broadcasters. The internet turned the moment into a global debate almost overnight. But here's where things become more complicated than people wanted them to be. Because nobody actually knows with complete certainty what Alex said. There is no official transcript. The WTA never released audio. And context matters far more than viral clips usually allow. What exactly triggered Alex's frustration? That question became the center of the entire controversy. Some fans immediately accused Vekić of gamesmanship. Others defended the Croatian veteran, pointing out she has never carried a reputation for manipulating tempo or creating on-court drama. Then another detail resurfaced from earlier in Alex's season. At the Miami Open just months before Berlin, Eala had already found herself involved in a tense timing dispute during a marathon match against Germany's Laura Siegemund. During that match, Alex openly approached the chair umpire and said, "Can you watch her time? Because many times she's delaying." That incident had already established something important about Eala's personality on court. She speaks up. She advocates for herself. She does not quietly absorb frustration. And honestly, neither do most elite athletes. The greatest competitors in tennis history have all had moments like this. Serena Williams argued with officials. Victoria Azarenka challenged opponents constantly. Aryna Sabalenka recently faced criticism after walking off court during difficult weather conditions in Madrid. Competition at the highest level is emotional by nature. People forget that sometimes. Fans want athletes to remain perfectly calm while carrying unimaginable pressure under global scrutiny. But pressure leaks out eventually. Sometimes through body language. Sometimes through arguments. Sometimes through one sentence accidentally caught by a microphone. And that appears to be exactly what happened in Berlin. What makes this story fascinating is that it was never really about villainy. Neither Alex nor Donna emerged from the situation looking malicious. If anything, the incident revealed how thin the emotional margins become at the top of professional tennis. Alex entered Berlin knowing a potential second-round showdown with Elena Rybakina was waiting if she survived Vekić. She entered carrying ranking pressure, national expectation, and the burden of proving her Birmingham title was not a fluke. Donna entered trying to finally defeat a younger rival who had already beaten her multiple times in the same season. That combination created tension naturally. And tension under live microphones becomes dangerous, especially in modern sports where every whisper becomes content. What the internet often misses is that rivalries do not need hatred to become compelling. Some of the greatest rivalries in tennis history were built not on personal dislike, but on competitive obsession. Respect can coexist with frustration. Friendship can coexist with rivalry. And hunger can make even small moments feel explosive. That is what Berlin really was. Not scandal, not betrayal, not secret hatred. Just 2 elite athletes trapped inside a high-pressure moment where emotions briefly escaped into public view. But once the clip went viral, none of that nuance mattered anymore. People chose sides immediately. Some defended Alex fiercely, arguing she was simply fighting for fairness. Others criticized her, saying young players must learn composure. Meanwhile, Donna Vekic largely stayed silent, refusing to escalate the situation publicly. That silence may have been the smartest decision anyone involved made,
because the internet feeds on conflict.
and Berlin suddenly had all the ingredients of a modern sports firestorm. A rising star, a respected veteran, a viral clip, lip readers, fan wars, national pride, and a mysterious sentence nobody could fully confirm. But beneath all the noise, one truth remained impossible to ignore. Eala had become must-watch television. That is what Berlin truly revealed. Not just that she is talented, not just that she is emotional, but that she now occupies the rarest space in modern sports, the space where everything she does becomes interesting. A hot mic moment should not dominate global tennis conversations for days unless the athlete involved has already crossed into a completely different level of public fascination. And Alex has. Whether people support her or criticize her, they're watching. Closely. Constantly. Because somewhere between the Birmingham title, the viral speeches, the historic milestones for Philippine tennis, and the emotional chaos of Berlin, Eala stopped being merely a rising player. She became a story. And stories this compelling do not disappear quickly.